This is the Gen Z Show.
Hello and welcome to the Generation Z Show. I'm Dakota Leslie.
I'm Andy Lee.
And today we are featuring the Fanatics and the Addicts. We have Carrie on the left, Hugh in the middle, and Lawrence on the right.
What up?
Yeah.
It's a full house
Here,
today.
guys. Yeah,
We're gonna make that ventilation work really hard.
Breaking them fighter codes.
Alrighty. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves to our listeners?
Okay, I'm Kerry Nordine, and I sing lead for Fanatics in the Attic. And play guitar.
And play guitar.
My name's Hugh McGilvray. I am the drummer in the band, and I drum.
He also plays guitar.
Yeah, well, yeah, not in the band though, right?
I'm Lawrence, sometimes called Larry Kirby, and I'm the wardrobe dummy.
Yeah. And he carries the guitars and equipment in.
And he plays bass once in a while.
So, let's go into like a difficult question. What do you guys think is going to be different from like the early Fanatics and the Addicts compared to like now?
Well, now, for one, we'll be more polished and do sound checks first before we play, and also make sure we tune up. I've just come a long way as far as songwriting goes. I'm getting back into it really strongly, and I got a lot of good influences right now in my life. Met somebody special, and that always helps.
Yeah. So, what sort of songs, like, how do you think, like, your music has developed from the earlier songs to, like, now, though? Like, what do you think you're doing different?
Not much. You know, I've kind of stayed on the same blueprint, I guess you could say, throughout my whole life, and that's, you know, my main influences were the Beatles, Stones, and Zeppelin, and I kind of write along those kind of lines, and but I'm also open-minded to whatever these guys have, too, for suggestions, and these guys are really talented.
So, like, a future rap song? No?
Well, everything but rap. What is rap?
No country. Maybe country rap.
Yeah,
Country
there's an
rap.
idea.
It might be a good idea, Dakota, to start off with the history of Fanatics and the Addicts.
Sure.
And your individual backgrounds and how you guys got together to do this kind of thing.
Sure. Well, for me, I started guitar when I was 15, and seriously started taking lessons and jamming with various bands. And then back in the early 90s, I met my friend Hugh here, and he was playing in a band, my roommate's band, and then I decided, well, I'm going to do it too, put a band together finally. And then I got on Much Music, got lucky, and then I thought, well, you know, I'm going to keep going with this and see where it goes. Then I got in the TV and film industry, took a bit of a break, got back into it really seriously around 2010, and hooked him with these guys. I saw Hugh again after so many years, and then hooked him with Lawrence, saw how talented they were, and I thought, hey, we should put something together here and see what we can come up with. Then I heard the name Fanatics in the Attic. I was just at a meeting, and this guy mentioned it, and I just thought, hey, that's what we are basically, you know, and, we're pretty fanatical. And we played the Sea Festival in White Rock, and it came across pretty good. Made a bunch of mistakes, but I'm just looking at the mistakes now as learning things, and I can take with me for future shows, and really looking forward to the future. Got a lot of good responses, you know, for my music, and after we did the Sea Festival, a lot of people wanted to hear more, and hopefully we'll keep doing it.
All right, what about you, Hugh?
Can you hear me okay? Is it coming through all right? Or?
Yep, we can hear you.
I started playing drums, I guess. I got my first drum kit for like $15. It was like
Nice.
3 different pieces, and it was no crash cymbals, nothing. And used to have it upstairs in my bedroom, and I'd have the speakers hanging down from the wall facing at me. It'd crank up, and I'd just go at it. It would just go crazy and hold. You could hear it all over the neighborhood, and everything downstairs stopped. You couldn't watch the TV, nothing. And a friend of mine came over, and he played guitar, so we jammed a little bit. And I wanted to learn a little bit of guitar, and he wanted to learn drums, so we got on drums, and he started showing me some guitar stuff and doing just some Led Zeppelin, you know, dun ticka ticka dun ticka, and it was literally like that, dun ticka ticka dun and that's with like the chords going down. It was just like some Mickey Duck stuff. And my aunt had an old book with that little brown jug and all those heavy metal songs in it,
Yeah.
and just kind of went going with that. And right now I'm doing some open mic stuff. I was with a band for about 8 months. Puppets with Wood, they were cool, good guys. They're out in Port Cook, Whitlam. I'm backup drummer for Dave Stanley Band when he gets out there. He's got a lot of
Good
stuff
band,
on YouTube and some CDs out. And music's a big part of my life. Still doing open mics now, getting up there doing bass, guitar, drums, whatever I can play. So Yeah.
But his heart is with Fanatics in the end.
Oh yeah, till I die. Yes. Yeah.
Convincing.
Yes. I know. Yeah. I've been rehearsing out in the hall.
Love lasts.
Yeah. Got the tattoo. Fanatics till death on my arm.
It was a good idea.
Still
Tattoos,
trying to
yeah.
scratch it off.
Yeah. Pretty much so. Yeah. And the rest is history, as they say. Just got paroled last week. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Recorded in the Annuals of Rock.
Yeah.
How about you, Lawrence?
Oh, well, I've been playing for a long time, but I met Kerry as an armchair psychologist, and invited him to come down to some open stages that I was hosting in a couple places in the local White Rock area.
Yeah.
And he came in and started playing, and then he had this dream. He said, "I got this dream. We're gonna get on
Here we
C-Fest.
go.
I've got to be on this stage."
Oh, God.
He says, and I know the guy that's the editor publisher for The Sun. I said, "Really?" He says, "Yeah." I said, he said, "Will you play bass?" I said, "Okay."
How much do I get paid?
Yeah, I always talk about money. It never happened.
It's coming. It's coming.
But the interesting part was he did know that guy on The Sun, and he got us on the C-Fest stage, and we did this rudimentary recording just to get people to know what we were doing
Which you're going to hear something.
in my living room, and
The best of studios.
and then we got
Yeah.
then we got this full page,
Yeah.
front page, full page photo of us. Was it black and white? Was it color?
No, it's colored. Yeah.
It was color,
Yeah.
and suddenly we, yeah,
Lock it into the fourth dimension.
into one of those. So we just it was kind of a nice thing.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And then we did that show, and I've been a fanatic ever since.
Stuck in the
Don't
attic.
forget to mention the T-shirts.
Oh, and the T-shirt. Sure, he said he'd throw it in for me, and I didn't have to pay for it.
I had to pay for mine.
Yeah, I know.
You paid for your own T-shirts.
Oh yeah.
We feel ya.
Of course, now I'm gonna get that money back, right?
Yeah. I gotta pay it
I'm
back.
selling them out in the trunk of my car afterwards. Anybody else wants them? 1995. Headbands and the whole 9 years. Thongs. I mean, no. Edit that out, right?
No, it's not gonna be it.
No. Take two.
Because we're on live.
Ah. Okay.
There.
Oh, is this live?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Now you gotta watch your
Well, I should do
language.
my DJ voice. Hey guys and gals, welcome to CK. Oh, where are we?
Gary Norden.
So this is FM.
Yeah.
So shouldn't your voice would be like this?
Yeah, just like. And up next we have the Arkells, and they're gonna play their new song. It's a hit.
That radio. Yeah.
Like the Pink Floyd poster.
Oh
Adds to the whole ambiance.
yeah.
That's from the album Dark Side of the Moon. Anywho,
Yeah. So Carrie, you gave me a couple of songs that you wanted to play. So
yeah, I've got some sound bites from some stuff we're writing, and it's they're in development, but it'll give you a bit of an idea what we're up to right now.
okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask, what kind of music do you play? But
I like
then
to-
the best way would be to listen to it, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pinpoint, but I like to call it good foot stomping rock, and there's a bit of a ballad thing going on a couple tunes, but yeah, we just like to we don't like to be pegged.
A little
just call-
death metal
yeah.
thrown in there to keep
I
it
just
going.
call it
Industrial
three-chord
thrash
wonder.
stuff. I don't know.
I wonder what that 3-chord is.
Yeah, we played mystery chords.
Yeah.
We like the
There's no
audience
two
to try
chords,
to
there's
figure
only
them
two.
out.
Yeah.
So much power.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
The power trio.
Oh yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna play that first track on your CD, and let's see how this thing goes.
Yeah, so waiting to hear back from them. You never know.
I got a no stalking order in pending right
What
now.
was the name of the first one again?
That was Cold Chisel.
No, first
City
Oh,
Thrills.
sorry, City Thrills is the first one. I'm getting confused here. But I'll start with a C.
So how's the Blue Yeti sounding? We have this new mic that we're just kind of testing in studio today.
How's it working?
Oh, this
It's-
guy?
It seems to be working pretty well, but there is a bit of hissing.
Oh,
I think it's just coming from the
feedback.
our monitor box, but yeah,
Looks like
we'll have to check
R2D2
that out.
Crack or
It's R2D2 with a bad life.
something. Yeah.
Or Lost in Space. You're probably too young for that.
What do you want, Dakota?
Oh.
You question?
Yeah. Did you have anything you wanted to ask, Andy?
So how does your music writing process begin and end?
Huh, that's funny because I thought you might ask that. I was trying to think of a great answer, but I don't know. I just I
Some papers for the
usually
script,
start. So I might hear a song and
Yeah.
either steal the idea or just adapt from that idea.
Okay.
Or I'll hear something in my head that I just can't get out of my head and try to
Voices.
put it on the guitar, including my voices. But they're not. As long as I'm not talking back to the voices, I'm in good shape.
Yeah.
No, I just start with usually the guitar, and I'll just start come up with a riff, and it'll just sound good, and then I'll just start writing words in my head and what matches. I try to write to suit my voice because I don't have a lot of range, and it seems to be working pretty good.
Yeah.
And we take it and we ignore all that stuff and we start from scratch. Just kidding, dude.
You, I tell you,
There'll be a new drummer on the next album, I'm thinking.
yeah, his name is Lee Bond.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an inside joke for the band.
It is. Yeah.
You want to go maybe?
Yeah, Hugh
I'll
can't. He
remember
can't
it a
go
little.
anywhere. He's locked in for life.
Yeah. Now I got the tattoo, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Forever trying to scratch it off.
So you want these guys to play?
I mean, if you guys feel ready right now, you guys give it a shot.
I can't play because you know my finger here, but I will be doing it soon, and I'm really looking forward to coming back and playing live for you guys.
Oh yeah, sounds good.
Hopefully, we'll have the new studio by then, and it'll look fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to move you into a bigger studio.
Well, we're assuming it's bigger.
Yeah, I'd say.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the decor.
Well,
And
right
those-
now we're actually broadcasting from my closet, so
Yeah.
yeah, we're all just kind of
Pretty tight in here.
yeah.
But I love the gold lame drapes and that sparkling bowl. You just,
Yeah.
I love it.
The little
Yeah,
disco with like the
It's the ambience.
We're also all naked.
yeah.
But all the people.
Naturally, on the Generations That show, we do every show naked.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we gotta go.
Yeah. That's it for me. Thanks for having us. And
No worries.
Oh no, please stay.
Yeah.
The cold breeze hasn't come in yet.
Oh, man, right, right.
Why don't we hear that song then?
All right.
Alrighty.
Okay, it's gonna be interesting playing it in here.
Yeah.
Do you have enough room? You want to change there?
But,
This has got no size on it.
yeah, okay, man.
I'll stand.
Yeah, okay. Or you could, well, I'll stand.
No pressure. We're just on the
the
radio.
squeaking of the
Yeah.
chairs is coming
It's
over.
only live, guys.
On
Yeah, no
107.
pressure there. Whoa.
I'll try not to squeak of the chair.
We just put this together about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it might sound a little familiar, but can I move this puppy?
Sure.
That's not really a puppy. No puppies.
So this is
around.
Hugh and Lawrence. They're going to be playing acoustics.
This is what we do on open stage.
Where's the other page?
We pick a song and then we really make it sound bad, and then we eventually make it sound good.
That's the way. I came up with a thought. The only way you learn something is by being wrong.
Yeah, that's for
That's
sure.
psychology, man. You could have worked with me back in the day when I met him.
Yeah.
Ready? I'm learning a lot about that lately.
One more time. Running way down Baker Street, there's a light in your head, you dead on your feet, and there's another crazy day. Drinking out of ways and you can get about every day. This city desert makes you feel so cold. It's got so many people, but it's got no soul, and it's taking you so long to find out you're wrong. You thought it held everything. Used to say that it was so easy. Used to say that it was so easy, but you're trying now. Another year and then you'll be happy. Just one more year and then you'll be happy, but you're crying
Jerry Rafferty masterpiece.
Jerry Rafferty did something like that? Oh, man.
I thought that was by Fanatics in the Attic.
Yes,
No,
it
we
is.
didn't.
Yes,
No,
it's,
no, we didn't.
Oh, we're fanatical about it anyway.
it's Baker Avenue. That's it. It's not Baker Street. It's Baker Avenue.
Oh, is it really?
You know? Yeah, Fanatics version. Yes, yes.
Where's Baker Street, by the way?
Down by Mount Baker.
He wrote it while he was at Mount Baker.
That was pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah.
For a drummer.
So you guys have a lot of side hobbies, though. For example, Carrie does a lot of like extra work with acting and stuff.
Yeah, we like to say background performing now.
Oh, background. Okay.
That's, yeah. I started doing that years ago, and I do that on the side sometimes. Yeah.
What sorts of movies that like maybe our listeners might know that you've been in?
Oh, main features that were shot in Vancouver would have been some big ones. Was X-Men 2, Day the Earth Stood Still, 2012 was another big one. What else? Off the top of my head, I can't really think. There was just so many. But those are the main ones that stick out for me that I've done recently. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What was your funnest set to like work on? Would you say?
Oh, I'd say Night at the Museum.
Night of the Museum.
Yeah.
Which part did you play there?
I was just a NASA flight tech.
Oh,
It
okay.
was just like going to summer camp for 2 weeks. It was
No,
really-
he was the T-Rex.
Also, the shooter with Mark Wahlberg was a lot of fun too. We did that out around Hatchick Lake there. And
Yeah.
a lot of good
Oh
guys.
yeah, The Shooter was a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which role did you play in there? Maybe the cop that got beat up in the first 15 minutes?
No,
No, I'm
it
just
was
joking.
Volume 3.
Yeah, no, I was one of the soldiers that had Mark Wahlberg holed up in that cabin.
Oh,
We
okay.
were surrounded there for pretty well the whole movie, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Aaron was whispering something. Did you want to say something?
No.
No?
No.
She has that radio fright. It's severe.
I have fright and everything.
We heard that.
Especially cameras.
Oh, we have
Yes.
we have horoscopes here. Aaron would probably want us to get into.
Yay.
Yeah, we used to do this, and then Andy came back, and we kind of dropped it. Probably good reason, though. So the Aquarius, Jan 20 to February 18th. Finger painting skills will get you out of a tight spot this week. Crack your knuckles and start practicing. By the way, this is the Cascade. It's the university paper.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I should probably mention that. Pieces, your Libra friend knows what you're up to. Either involve them in your plans or be more careful keeping things under wraps. Aries, Captain Crunch is your spirit animal. Sure. Taurus, this week a stranger will give you a gift that seems worthless, and you know what? It probably is. Don't keep stuff that you don't need, just be polite. Keep a handful of coffee beans for Gemini in your pocket for caffeine emergencies. You'll need
And
them
I'm a
this
Gemini,
week,
I like
so
that.
you're just popping coffee beans in the street and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get my
Coffee
caffeine
beans in
fix.
your pocket. You're just glad to see me.
Cancer, watch the skies for moving lights, but get inside as they approach, probably standing on the runway.
Nice. That's me.
Or you're
That's me.
insane. Leo, classical music is lucky for you this month. Stock up on Schubert?
Yeah, that's good. That's
Schubert?
it. Yeah.
Okay, and Beethoven albums especially.
Oh, Schubert.
Yeah, Schubert. I was like,
It's a cute-
shut, bird.
Sure.
Virgo, beware of pine trees this week and what lies beneath them. Welcome to BC. Libra, whatever you do, don't make eye contact with the owl outside your window. Scorpio, eat more chocolate and try not to cry yourself to sleep for the 6th time this week. Alright, this just got more depressing.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Sagittarius, your favorite hobby will lead you into peril. Time to take up knitting instead. Capricorn, something will go terrible for you this week. Back up your novel manuscript. Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Dakota.
Yeah, that's the weekly horoscope.
That's also gonna count as a
Really
public
horrible.
service announcement. But we have an additional number of messages from our sponsors.
Yes.
There. What happened that pulled you guys apart, and what?
Jail time.
Women. No,
I was gonna say, is it a girl?
Well, after the Sea Festival, my acting career started getting really busy, and then had a couple injuries that I had to rehab. So we just took a bit of a break, and then we I moved out to Abbotsford here, and I wanted to check out the studio here before I called them out to start getting serious again. Not
Okay.
this studio, I'm at the rehearsal studio here in Abbotsford, and yeah, so we'll see where it goes. We're just having fun. We're still kids, mentally.
Yeah.
Well, I should speak for myself.
Totally.
Very, very.
These guys keep me in line.
Yes.
Hugh's like the Charlie Watts of the band.
No, no.
He's our rock. No, and then, you know, if these guys were available, because you're pretty busy too, I thought, what the heck? Let's get back at her. And so we've been in development now for the video, and Lawrence can share more about that.
Yeah, oh yeah. The
If he
video,
wants
so,
to.
So the song goes,
This is the song that we do with the video. Song idea.
Video lead-in music.
Okay, talk about the video.
anyway, oh, okay, and the dialogue.
Got carried away.
Sorry.
He's losing
I
it.
lost it. Anyway, the idea is that when we were growing up, a lot of the North, well, okay, we haven't grown up yet, but a lot of kids, well, TV just went from black and white to color. See, that sort of dates us, doesn't it?
You anyway.
I always had color. What?
Well, we
Hang on a
used, to,
sec.
we used to sit around, like young kids would come over and we'd sit around and watch, you know, on Saturday we'd watch
Looney Tunes
Stampede
and-
Wrestling. And
Oh,
what
okay.
was one that used to watch?
All-Star Wrestling.
All-Star Wrestling.
never
UC
watched that.
TV on
Right?
Saturdays. Yeah.
Yeah, we-
Bulldog Brown, The Brute,
Oh, Archie Goldie, and he was my hero at that
Eric
time.
Frolic.
That was just a little bit before Brent and.
Gene Kaniski.
Oh yeah, Gene Kaniski. Remember?
Gene Kaniski.
Oh,
of course.
and the Giant,
The Giant. Andre the
who
Giant.
really got famous doing the Princess
The Bride.
Bride. Yeah, do you
Really?
remember him? He was the big
Oh
guy.
wow.
No, it wasn't Princess Bride. Sorry, hold on. What was that?
It was.
I don't know.
It was. Yeah.
It was.
It was.
It was. That was it. Anyway,
So I was right.
yeah.
I gotta note this.
Anyway, these guys used to, like, we'd sit around, and of course everyone would go, "No, he'd be dead if that really happened," you know, and then we'd fight each other in
It's
the
fake.
living room and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's all fake, but we loved it. You know, you
Yeah.
watch it, and they come out in outfits, and some guy, a big huge
Tutus.
guy with a big huge belly, and a few tattoos and long hair,
Tutu.
and a tutu, and he pulls something out of his shorts all the time and gouge Archie Goldie in the eye, right? And you see this fake blood, and you know, we got right into that. That was our sort of good stuff, right?
Started reenacting it with
That was
real
the
equipment.
that was the beginning of the fetish with the men in tights thing, and then as we got older, just a little bit older, not very much older, we started getting into rock bands. And funny thing, and they were all wearing funny clothes too, and at least a lot of them were. Like we were talking about the other day about Slade, one of the first three-chord power bands. They were just amazing, you know. And then there was a lot of other bands like we like
Sweet.
Sweet, and then Kiss when they came out with the makeup and you know that 7-foot tongue and you know all that stuff. And then of course the women started coming up with really nice classy outfits. You know, like Madonna. You remember that?
Okay, yeah.
You know,
Who's Madonna?
Madonna. Well, you know, so some of the guys started wearing those classy outfits, and we called them Prince. And don't
Everybody
look at
else
me
called
like
them
that.
I'm looking at the Star Wars poster.
Oh, okay. And anyway, so you know, so the video's about the transition from being a kid, looking at your heroes being in strange outfits and costumes, and then getting a little bit older, and they wanted to maybe meet a nice girl. So, and you all got together in parties, and you really loved this kind of music, and then you found out they wore tights too. No, I'm just kidding. But you know, the idea about we transitioned our idols into a certain kind of way, and I thought, we're getting old now. Well, how do we get the best of both worlds? Well, this is the videos about getting the best of both worlds, being aging rockers who really like to wear tights
Aging rockers. What?
and love to wrestle.
Oh, good.
So the song's called the All-Star Rockstar Wrestler. By the time we get this thing done, we're gonna have a nice little video, and if we're really, really lucky, we'll get a syndicated cartoon too.
Yeah. So it's an idea that we're
Throwing at each other.
yeah.
That'd be pretty awesome because
I think so.
for us young people, knowing
Yeah,
how to
awesome.
age well and age
Yeah.
gradually and
Age
or
well?
not even age at all.
There you go.
You guys- that'd
all
be
look
awesome.
Like, you all look like nice aged wine. It's good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Boxes of
There we
wine.
go.
Just boxes of wine.
Surrey box of wine.
And I get better as I get older. Just like
Just change the label. Don't tell them what it's in.
back in the early '90s, a lot of people were trying to integrate wrestling into their videos. I don't know if you guys remember, probably not.
We weren't even alive.
Yeah, there was
Then you guys missed the dwarf wrestling parts and the mud wrestling. Oh man, that was good stuff.
and it didn't go over too well. I mean, it worked for a while, right? Because wrestling was really popular, and then we just thought, what the heck, bring it
What is
back
it,
to
Nacho
traditional
Libre?
before it got all fancy and showboaty.
Yeah.
See what
Never liked
happens.
wrestling. Wrestling blew chunks from day one as far as I was concerned.
It was fun.
If I wouldn't watch that garbage, I don't know. Sorry.
See, this is exactly what we did. We sat around, watched it, and said we wouldn't watch that.
Well, like, did you guys believe it was real though the whole time? Like,
There
you
were
guys
some
were
that
dead.
really
sure.
did. There were some that really did. Then, the other thing was that he would come into town, and everybody would say, "My dad got me tickets. Wow, we're going." And then after a while, the peer pressure alone made you go. Right?
To be honest, I was really into it until I found out it was fake. I gotta be honest.
It's fake?
Sorry,
Well, you're going to tell me the
sorry to
Easter
break it
Bunny's
to you.
fake too, right?
You mean those elbows don't actually connect?
No.
Yeah.
It's only as fake as you
My
make
favorite
it.
thing was a
Yeah.
But
pile
they were
driver.
excellent athletes, though.
I'm sure
Oh,
his
yeah,
head
yeah.
disappeared and then
Don't get me
reappeared. I'm not.
Throwing their bodies against the
Yeah.
ground all the time. It's hard
The
work.
beating they
I'm
take.
just joking, but
Yeah,
They
for
do
sure.
take a beating for sure, and
Yeah.
they're paying for it too in their old age.
well, like some of them used to actually like staple each other, didn't they? And like weird
Oh,
things
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And like afterwards, they'd
Yeah.
just be in like their room picking out
Yeah.
staples and weird
Yeah.
objects that shouldn't be pierced in them.
Like chairs.
Yeah, chairs
Hulk
and
Hogan.
tables.
Another one of the great heroes. He aged well too.
Yeah. He's got back problems and knee problems. Part of the game.
Female problems, I heard. Sorry.
That's just an extension of the body.
So did you want Lawrence to play something? Because he's really good.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you want to go ahead and just start
What if you could do that line?
or not.
Let's do that last.
Okay.
So this
So
song
we're
is
gonna
not
get a
really a
couple.
very, very good song, a version of a good song, but it's and I usually play it with the cable one, but I'll do it without it just for today.
Is it
So this is
the one
Lawrence
that's based
Kirby.
back
This
up?
is a song by Keith Anderson, and it sort of reflects the
Fanatics in the attic.
the poetic justice in the country song. The innuendo of the words. The old style rock and roll was like that too, and blues. They always had
Like
the
the Rolling Stones.
They were really talking
Yeah.
about, and then they had these other words, right?
Okay.
Hey baby, what you doing this evening? Can you meet me down at the railroad tracks? I got Tom Petty playing in my Silverado. Nice down a six pack. Hey baby, don't you worry about your mama. Like 007, we can keep it covert. On the ground, undercover by the water, gonna get a little peace on earth. Baby, what you say, we go picking wildflowers. I got a spot wet back in the woods. Sneak away for a couple of hours. You and me, baby, a picking wildflowers. Take a trail ride if you know what I mean. Come on, baby, ride with me. Say, baby, what you say? We go picking wildflowers. Got a spot way back in the woods. Sneak away for a couple of hours. You and me, baby, I'm picking wildflowers.
Oh, yeah. Feeling good.
Hey baby, Mother Nature's waiting. Love's blooming like a cherry tree. Let's buzz around, maybe do some pollinating. and dive in like honeybees. Baby, what you say? We go picking wildflowers. Got a spot way back in the woods. Sneak away for a couple of hours. You and me, baby, are picking wildflowers. Baby, what you say? We go picking wildflowers. Got a spot way back in the woods. Sneak away for a couple of hours. You and me, baby, are picking wildflowers.
Awesome.
Nicely done.
I thought you said that it sounded bad. I was expecting like a low, but that was good.
Oh, thank you.
Go out, right on.
What are sexual innuendos though? Like what are those?
What are you really doing under there? Getting a little piece on her.
Next in your window.
That was Lawrence Kirby.
Hey,
It was just a nice little song about picking wildflowers.
Flowers
and, you know,
going to spots.
checking out
Sure.
the countryside.
Pollinating cherry trees.
Yeah.
I feel spring coming now.
yeah.
It's in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I like the part with it, Tom Petty playing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good lyric.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then, like-
I got so rattled. So.
You followed with like some kind of like I felt like it was like ZZ Top, like yeah.
How about another soundbite?
Another soundbite. Alrighty.
All right. And then we'll come back and I'll talk a little bit of DOA at Foundation last night.
Okay.
Cool. That would have been fun.
Oh.
Yeah, this would be the third one called Stolen Hearts.
What happens?
Let's get rid of the ghosts, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the ambient
R2D2 one?
mic. I keep forgetting that's there.
Yeah. Also, we do like to just rid ghosts in here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't blame them. I made it laugh myself.
Red ghosts.
Ridden ghosts.
The ghost of Aaron Levi, the radio manager, he haunts you constantly.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. He never leaves.
Ghosts that never do. Hey, it could be a song.
So how long have you been in this studio?
This one, yeah, a year.
A year, eh?
Hmm?
Like, us, yeah. The studio's been here since, like, 2000 and... I want to say 3, but I feel like that's wrong. But that's probably
It's-
like the
it-
early days for this studio.
Yeah. Civil started off as a sort of internet radio thing,
Yeah.
but then few years down the road, they got approval to broadcast on the air. So
Cool.
it's
Here
good
we
stuff.
are.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, UBC's got a station too for years. And
Yeah.
I remember the obscure stuff these guys would be playing back in the day. Yeah. No, it's neat that that's here. You guys are doing an awesome job.
We, on Civil, there's a lot of obscure music too.
Ah.
We're all
okay.
very proud of it all.
Yeah.
All of it, like the
Yeah.
album.
Aaron
stuff,
shaking
music.
her head.
I'm a him now, hey?
Yeah, you are a him.
I get mixed up.
Great.
I'm sorry.
So,
This is the boys
Jeez.
club.
Is Dakota the music director? Because he's got great taste.
No,
Oh.
no,
Is
I'm not.
that
Oh, he should.
I have like no title here other than like
Oh.
Generation Z radio host, and that's
yeah.
it.
He does
Yeah,
the
that's-
talking. I do
you
the
do
bit
an
of
awesome job too.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully you get noticed doing this, and you guys can move on to something bigger and better, like
Yeah.
hosting American Idol.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I want to. I want to be a judge where I just tell people, you know, you sound like everyone else.
You suck.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming out and redoing a song.
yeah,
More feeling next time.
yeah.
Yeah, more feeling.
Yeah, I did. I gave it all my all.
Is that all you got?
So you guys apparently know DOA though. It seems like
Yeah.
anyway from like the chit chatter.
Now,
Yeah.
back in the day, I had a band called 360, and it was basically living in a warehouse, and DOA was living in the same warehouse. At least a
Oh,
couple of the members.
I think
were.
I know that warehouse.
Yeah, that was
I
down on
was
Gore
there.
Street in Alexander.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
And
think
then
it was a
I
great.
got to meet some of the other guys later on. They touring around in the school bus and stuff.
Yeah, all right.
I actually met Joe Keithley, the lead singer there, and the lead guy. I met him in Save on Foods back in the early '90s, and we talked music. And I think he was running for office back then, local MLA. Yeah.
Say
So-
what?
And yeah, we had a really good chat. Actually, he used to go by the name of Joey Shithead, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's
back in the
right.
day, yeah.
Isn't there supposed to be a delay on here to edit out the swear?
Not in university radio
Yeah.
for.
Shite
No,
head.
no, he's got to edit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Oh.
Yeah. Only that though. Don't worry.
Start
about
again.
It.
Start the whole process again.
So anyway, you met just to be sure that all that got out there though. Joel at Save On, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
no, he used to be called
Joey Shit.
Shite.
Shite.
Shithead, yes. I'll do it again.
I'm not sure if
Take 53.
So he used to be called
South Park would be
Joey Shithead.
Blank. Yeah, Joey
Shite.
Blankhead.
or
Okay.
Shithead, you know,
Yeah.
the South Park one, you know, Mr.
Caca.
Caca.
just message us if you don't understand.
But I find it amazing that he takes breaks too. Like I did, like I have, and but he comes back with a vengeance. There's
Yeah.
always people willing to play with him and keep that DOA name alive.
Yeah. Well, hearing them last night personally at the foundation, they did a really awesome show.
They did.
Weird venue space though. Personally, I just
Yeah.
thought it was a little bit small, but
It is small.
yeah, for like a punk rock band, I would expect like something more open. Like my closet here, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so open.
Acres and acres of room here.
Yeah.
So they had a good turnout.
Oh yeah, they were great. The mosh pit was weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of like headbanging
Oh,
and
yeah.
running
Little
into
mosh
each
pit.
other. It was kind of weird. Like,
Fortunately, we don't get a mosh pit.
yeah, I was
You
just
might
off to
one
the
day.
side enjoying my beer peacefully
He
and
would
just
like one.
not wanting to get involved
Yeah,
with
that's
that.
what I live for.
Body surfing.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
You know,
Crowd
every time you
surfing.
do that, it's when you're defending a woman.
There's a lot of
What kind of
Shout out to Jam and his fantastic wife who were also there watching DOA. They were a great crowd.
With a lot of crowd surfers.
Yeah, well, not crowd surfers, but like just guys out there and doing weird punk things. Yeah.
weird punk things?
that could mean a lot of things, you know.
The safety pins, switchblades, leather jackets.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
yeah. A lot of fighting going on, pointless too.
So I think DOA does all originals too, don't they?
Yeah. From what I heard, it was all originals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with their stuff. There's not really any songs that I can think of that really stick out that they've done. Oh no, there was a hockey one.
There is a song called Marijuana,
Oh, okay.
right, and where they just sing
I
about
wouldn't know
it.
anything about
There's
that.
another one
No.
from their
Marijuana.
album, F.U. Stephen Harper.
Oh, really?
That's their words, not mine.
Yeah, remember that, folks.
Yeah. I would never.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, it was a great show though. It was a great show.
Excuse me.
They had two other bands there. I didn't catch their name, but I was talking with them the whole night. I'm sure it's on a poster just out there, but yeah, I didn't quite grab it. So,
Did you let them know what you did or do?
well, like no, it's kind of a surprise. They'll just hear it if they hear it, or if they don't. Yeah,
Awesome.
I'll try and get them in though.
Well, that's
That's
great.
my
You-
goal. But yeah,
You got to talk to them. Did you talk to DOA or talk?
I didn't get to talk too much to DOA. They're busy, right?
Sorry, I'm asking all the questions here.
No
You're-
worries.
You're the DJ.
Yeah, no, so it was a great performance. Just a little bit of a shout out to DOA and the guys who played last night. It's a good show.
Yeah.
Are they doing anything else in the future?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Just
heard the DOA promo, but it's supposed to stop at the 31st, which is like today, I think.
He'll be back.
yeah.
I remember their final tour, their farewell tour, years ago. Like
Well,
20
this is
years
like
ago.
the unfarewell
Hey,
tour or
that's when
something.
they still had a town pump.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
I'm looking at, I think Tyler's out there, so he's going to hear us in about 5.7 seconds. So if you want to come in, you're welcome to.
Good timing, Andy.
You're welcome.
Yeah, very military of you. Speaking of which, Carrie, you have a military background, don't you?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I do, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Canadian Army. I was in the infantry, yeah.
Infantry? What sort of like grunt work did they get you doing in there?
That's what they call us, grunts.
Yeah.
So everything. That's the nickname they give the infantry is grunts, because we go in first and we do all the dirty work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was a direct entry, and I went to CFB Wainwright for battle school. Went straight to battle school. Graduated, then I was injured, and yeah. I was-
For like battle school in the Canadian Forces, is it like a lot of jousting and like? Canoe fights with
Yeah, it's
shotguns?
called Pugil fighting.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
got the batons. Yeah, there's lots of that, and lots of PT.
Were they like
training.
foam batons or
Yeah,
just?
foam, but
Okay.
they
Yeah.
still hurt.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, and you got a football helmet on too, but yeah, they can still smart. But that's basically just to train you to how to use your weapon in case you run out of ammo.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I transferred those skills into the TV and film industry, and I do a lot of the military and police stuff that you see on TV and film.
Okay.
Background performing, special skills.
Very cool. Very, very cool. We just got an update from Aaron. I'm assuming that he's listening, but he just gave us the background of Civil. Civil started as a committee in 03, but got licensed in 06. Didn't do podcast till 08, and got FM in 010. So we've been broadcasting on the air for about 4 to 5 years.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Good for you guys.
How about we open up the phone lines and get some people calling in and they can ask us some questions? And
That was cool that I knew that
or do
2003.
we have a phone line?
We do, but I'm not really
The
sure how to
payphone out
use
in the
it.
street. Sorry.
We'll just go
I don't know.
like,
I always wanted to say that.
Got some questions.
I don't know if they got a phone
When's
line.
that gonna end? No, I'm just kidding.
Remember Jack Webster?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Jack Webster. That like
9 a.m.
rings
precisely. My friend Don Gardam up in Kamloops does a perfect impression of him. Yeah.
You don't know who he is, would you?
Jack Webster, he was an old radio TV host right up until the 80s or maybe in the 90s on BC TV. Really good, yeah. Strong Scottish accent. And,
It's not Scottish.
Oh,
it's
great.
yeah. Yeah, he was
Oh, you can edit that out. I didn't know.
a real pit bull when it came to investigative reporting. And, yeah. Don't find it like that anymore. Guys that just didn't care. They would just go right for it.
So, did Andy have anything else you wanted to ask, real brief?
Not at the moment. I'm just kind of like putting the CD back in its case.
Andy's doing his thing.
Technical stuff.
Yeah. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to play? You're holding your guitar.
Oh
ready
yeah, I
almost.
can do that song that Carrie wanted me to do. I want to apologize first to Gordon Light for doing the song. I love Gordon Light, but I know that he has really done some really good shows live and stuff. And apparently, he doesn't really like it when people do his stuff unless you paid for it first. But
Well, no, I'm
Show them the
sure
checks in the mail.
he supports university students. I'm sure. He's
We'll,
played a lot of colleges.
we'll give him a large percent of your royalties from this song.
I think this version is amazing, and I have a hard time too when people put their own twists on cover tunes, but I found that this is one of the best I've ever heard, and hopefully he hears it one day and he's happy with it.
if you could read my mind, what I tell my thoughts would tell, like an old time movie about a ghost in a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong, with chains on my feet. You know the ghost is me. And I'll never be set free as long as I'm a ghost you can't see. And if you could read my mind, what I tell, your thoughts would tell, like a paperback novel, the kind the drugstore sells. When you get to the part where the heartache starts, the hero would be me. But heroes often fail, and you won't read the book again, 'cause the ending's just too hard to take. And I'd walk away like a movie star, caught in a three-way script. So enter number 2. A movie queen played the scene of bringing all those good things out of me. But for now, let's get real. I never thought I'd feel this way. I've got to say that I just don't get it. And I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone and I just can't get it back. old-time movie, but a ghost in a wishing well. In a castle dark or a fortress strong, with chains on my feet, but stories always end. If you could read between the lines, you'd find that I'm just trying to understand the feelings that you lack. I never thought I'd feel this way. I've got to say that I just don't get it. And I don't know where we went wrong. The feeling's gone and I just can't get it back.
Wow.
Woo!
We just
That was
boosted
awesome.
your viewership or listenership. A million people, I bet.
Around the world, especially Thailand, where they understand
I
what
was
is
holding
happening.
back a burp the entire time. I'm so
Good
sorry.
job. Wow.
Little Lawrence is getting a little gassy.
Gas pressure. That happens when you get the money. Oh no, it happens when you eat
You stop with the
7-Eleven tenders before you get here.
Nice.
Don't do that prior to your shows, guys.
How's the acid reflux?
You gotta
So far, so good.
You gotta make that
Wait till
ventilation
Honey
work
Mustard
hard.
comes back.
You're talking about with DOA working in a warehouse with them? In
Well,
a
no,
sense?
we were illegally living in these places.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
squad-
And there's this woman, so bands used to do these things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And this was a warehouse that used to store garlic.
Oh
Perfect.
God.
In the early days of, like we're talking timbers that are like 2 feet by 2 feet.
Safe from vampires.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so there's like 4 hidden little suites inside there, and then there's some floors where we had, live shows. And I don't know if you remember a band called Bob's Your Uncle. That
Yeah.
one of them came in MTV.
Fiji.
Suki and Lee
Yeah.
came
Suki
DJ.
and Lee, yeah.
Anyway, so we're all in this place, and my band was called 360, and I was living in. I had a bus parked on the North Shore, and I was living in one of these places in there.
Good
And that's
times.
how, and you don't really see each other that much, but that's how I, not
Well,
really directly met them like friends, but got to know some of them.
What sort of collaborations have each of you done outside of Fanatics and the Attic?
With DOA,
Well, just anybody, any collaboration of any sort.
Kindle.
other than that one show, I guess they had some A&R people coming to see Bob's Your Uncle then, and we were the opening act. 360 was the opening act.
Okay.
That was about the only collaboration. Basically, what you would call like a booze camp. A big, huge booze camp party, not quite a mosh pit rave
An
or anything
illegal
like that,
venue.
but
An illegal venue.
a lot of fun anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we were the opening act, and there was
Yeah.
a couple other acts besides us, and then Bob's Your Uncle.
Good to keep rhyming your name this show,
Dead
apparently.
serious.
Oh, no worries. You mean like working with other bands and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Well, Dead Serious was the biggest band I was in. DFS, Dead Fornicating Serious.
Oops.
Yes, that's the
Oh,
biggest.
stop that.
That's
No,
the
I'm
F
just
word.
joking.
Yeah, as far as writing things like that, when I do stuff like that, I usually kind of work by myself. It's just never really set with anybody. Always trying to get some girls and things like that to come in and sing with different people, stuff like that, right? So people come up and show up and they do a couple of things and they kind of disappear into the woodwork. And now it's the biggest thing is the open mics. You get up there, play with a lot of different people.
Yeah,
Different
Hugh
music.
does an open mic at the Bear Creek Pub
Yeah, with Brian and Clint. Yeah,
every Saturday.
Where's that?
88th and Scott Road,
Okay.
Killer,
In
yeah.
Vancouver.
Surrey.
In
In Surrey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bear Creek Park there, yeah.
Okay.
Brian and Clinton, killer musicians, man.
Yeah.
Show up with the
Down.
guitar, you get up to play, it's real good. So
We have a question here for you guys from one of our listeners.
many listeners.
Yeah.
Named
Okay.
Aaron.
Aaron, the videographer.
Hey, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, standard process of denial.
Actually, you know what, Aaron? Why don't you just ask
Yeah.
this question?
Yeah,
Don't be quiet.
Nope. No.
Just come on.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I do it? I'll do it in her voice.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Some heavy breathing and. Where is the band going in the future CDs and collaborations?
Oh yeah, collaborations.
Future CDs.
Okay, first of all, she doesn't talk like that.
Oh God.
I tried.
Right now,
I'll spell band wrong.
we're just like, I remember when albums would come out and there'd be like almost a hit every song, right? And those were pretty obscure bands even then. And then the popular ones came out, and the Beatles, just every record they put out, they had a hit. And then there was a band called the Cars, and their first album, every song. So I've been really careful. I'm going really slow, and I just want every song when we do that album, if having 10 songs on it, it's been in the development stages now for about a year and a half, 2 years seriously, where I've cut the songs short, cut them down. Now we just need to retool them a bit, polish them up. I want 10 good songs in the first album, and
CD.
or CD. Or, I wouldn't mind seeing it in vinyl too, though. That'd be kind of neat. But anyways, yeah.
We'd want it if it's in vinyl.
Yeah,
Like
so-
that's a guarantee. You have to give it to us free.
And
That's the exchange
you
rate
got
right
it.
here.
Yeah, of course.
Vinyl for interview.
Well, I need that, yeah. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. We'll see where that goes after that, and maybe do some shows on that album. That's the goal. Hopefully all outdoor gigs. I don't like the CD bar joints anymore. Those days are long gone.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to those
Yeah.
shows outside and stuff
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
in the warm BC weather.
Yeah, Salmon Arm we're looking at. And,
Yeah, so bad.
there's a Pemberton Music Festival too, and I know some organizers and they're interested
Waterproof guitars.
in having us. And doing after
Play
doing that-
underneath.
after
Like
doing
a
that-
pool.
Little umbrella on the head so you don't get one.
Yeah. Yeah, after doing the Sea Festival, it opened up a lot of doors, and it's good to have that press article that Lawrence mentioned, and that was with the help of a friend called named Lance Peverly. He's the editor for the Peace Arch News, and he really helped us out with that to give us a good spread, and we'll fly off. We'll rest on our laurels with all that stuff behind us.
Awesome.
What about that world tour you were planning?
Well, that's
The Europe Festival,
Yeah,
I think
the
I
Europe
read on
Festival,
Peace
yeah.
Arch
Yeah.
News.
On
Yeah.
hold till all passports.
Where is that in the works?
it's a European outdoor festival that bands go on tour and they do it. And there's this one where the stages are every mile in Germany, and they walk to every stage. You hear about that?
They got that in Japan too, I think.
Oh yeah.
No, they're closer than that. I think they're right next to each other.
That'd be kind of a fun venue.
The last gig they're all playing lying down.
It's more of a
Yeah.
competition who can play the
Just play your
loudest.
songs over and over. You don't have to worry about new crowds or coming up with new songs. You
Yeah.
just play your songs.
Although, like, if you get the same crowd that just stays there and they love you and you're playing the same song, yeah, it's not gonna go well.
No, but that's
Walk to the next
awesome.
venue.
So, yeah, so that would be the
Outrun
idea.
the
Was,
crowd.
was to go on the
Start telling the
European
crowd to
festival
walk.
circuit.
We're going over here and then you go this way.
It's easy to travel when you're younger. It's a lot harder when you have commitments when you get a little older. So that's still up in the air as far as touring and doing all these festivals and stuff. But around BC for sure, I'm definitely open to that.
Is there any contact information you guys want to get out there?
For us right now, no, not right now because we're in the development stages, and then Hugh's going to actually design a website when we get really.
I am. Right, I am.
Where he volunteered
Yes.
to. I'm sorry, you might have
Instantly
forgot about that.
volunteered.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
forget
I thought that
anything.
was going to happen last year, but
No, we're still
that
in the
3
development
years
stages
now?
right now. Too. And once we get those good
He got thrown in jail,
soundtracks,
right?
right, that's when we can put up the website. But until we have those songs polished, I really don't want to have them out there yet.
Yeah.
Plus, we have to get them published too.
You can't rush perfection.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
we're coming to the last couple of minutes of our show, so we're gonna have to wrap up.
Okay, you want me to do contact info for Gen
Yeah.
Z?
But let me just talk
Okay.
about the stuff that's happening in town because I do
Absolutely.
Oh, I'd just like to say one more thing.
Sure.
So, just to the listeners to tune in, to stay tuned in to this radio station. First of all, there's two awesome DJs here. They're doing a
Who are
fantastic
they?
job.
they're,
Yeah.
they're,
And,
they're radio hosts.
What did I say?
You said DJs.
Yeah, DJs.
I know. I
Oh,
see this turntable right in front of here, but they're not using it.
Okay. Right.
Well, like, we
Whatever the terminology
we
is.
generally use it when we don't have like guests. Like we end up playing about 3 songs CanCon, meaning
Cool.
Canadian content, and
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
use mostly this or vinyl from home or
Cool.
digital.
Using it-
We're
using it to
digital
hold the mic.
jockeys.
or digital.
Yeah, the
digital
turntable's holding the
track.
mic.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
no, I just wanted to say to the listeners that if they stay tuned into the station, they'll get more information on us and they'll see what we're up to.
Yeah.
That's thanks.
One
That's a
turntable
hell of
and
a
a
burden.
microphone.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So there's a show tonight at Aftermath at 6:30ish.
Ooh.
Punk time. That's
Punk time.
Slow Race Menace to Sobriety, PISS and Night. Night. ... It's $5 if you're not a UFB student, and if you're a UFB student, it's free. So if you're down to listen to some
Punk
music,
music, punk
punky stuff,
seems to be
well,
the
it's
theme.
done by Red Tape Productions. So I'm gonna
Well,
assume
hey.
that it's like a punky thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Lawrence, are you falling asleep?
Punky Brewster.
So
Still with us,
our
buddy?
contact info is you can email us at genzshow@gmail.com, or you can watch our YouTube videos at youtube.com/thegenzshow. You could also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/genzshow. What do you got going here, Andy? The outro?
Hey, what's
It's
Gen Z
beautiful.
mean anyway?
Generation Z.
And what generation is that?
It's kind of like do you
Mhm.
guys remember the band? Was it Generation X?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We kind of took that
no,
idea.
no, we didn't
Sense?
actually.
No.
Awesome.
No.
No.
Or was it like
You can edit
Aaron's?
that
Okay, we were talking about this.
Yeah. This was like months and months ago. So.
It was a year. It was more than a year ago.
Well, there you go.
But time
Where am
flies.
I?
Start again.
You're in a good place to cook. That's all I know.
Well, okay, so Generation Z represents people who were born in with technology. So like
Oh.
people who, when they were born, they had computers and phones and all that fancy gadgetry. And since we were growing up, we were in high school, and the people around us were all growing up, we were like, why don't we do a show where we can learn about stuff that's relevant to our era, of the past, and like kind of distribute that information. And another thing that we wanted to do is make sure local musicians could get started, or promote themselves and support everyone
Live and
out
local.
there.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Thanks a lot, guys.
that was the
Awesome.
goal.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate you asking us to come in, Dakota. That was
Yeah. No
awesome.
worries, man.
Yeah.
So
Can we
it's
put our
free to-
clothes on now?
No. We actually
You
Yeah,
can.
when can we put our clothes back
we
on?
leave the clothes in the studio,
Okay.
right? And then we just walk out the studio and leave it here for everybody else to pick up.
Okay,
It's like
next time
a
can we-
donation system in a sense
Oh,
to the
okay.
studio, though.
Good
Next
thing I
time
wore
we're-
my easy stuff too.
Yeah.
Next time I'm hoping that we can put curtains over the window so all these people that are looking at us right now, maybe they won't be looking.
No, we enjoy that. It's just the fan base. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
trying to create this new scene. It's the naked radio scene.
Right on. I'll be a regular
Yeah,
guest.
I'm there.
Nice.
Well,
You do really well.
thanks for being here, guys, and we
Thanks for the
will play the
opportunity.
outro.
Yes.
So.
This is the Gen Z Show.